But I'm gonna kind of pause a little bit and let some people join because YouTube takes a minute to get all the people on here. So I'm out walking the dogs is what I'm doing. So just kick back a minute. Let's let some people join. Hope you're doing good today. I guess I should say well. I hope you're doing well today. That wasn't proper English, was it? That's like redneck talk. I hope you're doing good today. That's like a southern thing. Just to let you know. Well sounds like, I hope you're doing well today. That sounds like somebody uppity. Just saying. Just me. Okay, here comes some people. I'm out walking the dogs. I just wanted to let y'all know that I passed my hatchery. I know that y'all have been so concerned, right? You've probably been sitting there just dying to know if I passed, right? I passed. Yay. Luckily, it wasn't that bad because I left all my chickens. If you don't know what, maybe I should tell you what I'm talking about because maybe you didn't catch my live this morning. So maybe I'm speaking a foreign language to some of you. But this morning, at 9 o'clock, I had the guy come out. My tortoise flooded my house. Yeah, I know. Only rednecks would say that, right? You know what's so funny? When I say, my husband was out, my neighbor's dog had my chickens in his mouth, and my husband was out there with the gun. And the meanwhile, my tortoise, was in my bathroom pulling the valve out of the wall. Like who? And I'm not a farmer, but I can tell stories like that. Anyway, sorry. But they're going to have to cut my floor out because my floor will not dry. Okay, not the whole floor, but like this big section. They've had dryers on my floor for, I think, since Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So for 4 or 5 days, is the wind loud? They've had dryers on my floor and it's not drying. So they're going to have to cut the flooring out this week. That's going to be fun. I asked them about getting heat because this morning it was 60 degrees in our house and poor Larry is sleeping with a hoodie on. He's even got the hoodie on his head. God love him, he's freezing to death. But they tried to rig our ductwork and it's too bad they can't rig it. So we have no heat still. And it's going to be freezing in the morning too. But after that, we'll be fine. So anyway, I had him come this morning. And I asked Kayla, Larry was having a good morning. This morning he was better. So I told Kayla, I said, hey, while I'm getting my certification, will you please take Larry? Will you please take Larry to get a chili cheese dog from Sonic? And I said, don't go get it in Coleman. Drive all the way to Warrior to get him out of the house because he enjoys riding. So Kayla left here, I'm going to say 10 o'clock. And she was going to take him by CVS and all that. Come on, let's go inside. So they're out. That's not them. They're out riding around. Eating lunch, having a good time while I'm over here catching chickens, getting blood drawn from my chickens. But Kayla has to have him back here at 12 o'clock because his nurse is coming here at 12 o'clock today. So, yeah, we have a lot going on. And the vet will be here at 1 o'clock. So I know this is disgusting, okay? It is disgusting, but I compared Dee Dee's tutu when she had Cinco versus her tutu today. And I will just tell you that her tutu when she was having Cinco looks just like her tutu today. But she doesn't have any milk. So, it ain't gonna be today, I don't think. But I do know that we are in countdown. So the vet's coming at 1 o'clock. And I probably don't need him for DD. She's fine, but since all these haters cuss me out on my viral video, I figure while he's here, I might as well get him to look at DD too, right? Right? Since the haters paid for it. So it's the least I can do is use my money that, you know, they used in my viral video to pay for the vet. So I'm gonna have him check DD, and it is 11:32. But I'm gonna have him check DD. He's gonna do an ultrasound of Shishi because I need to be prepared for that. Listen, it's gonna be hard times when she spits out 10 to 15 piglets and your homegirl right here has got to raise them. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So I need to be prepared for that. I might try to contact a couple of farms to see if she is pregnant, that maybe someone can help me raise them. I will tell you, I raised Freddie from the time he was a week old, and I raised Shishi's last babies, and I will just tell you that I don't bottle feed them, and they do fine. I pan feed them. So it's really not that difficult. And if you put a formula in, you know the thing that you set a plant on that catches the water? What is that, a drip pan? If you get a drip pan and you put enough milk to last you all night long and put a heat lamp on the milk where it stays warm, you don't have to get up in the middle of the night with piglets. I've done it twice. So at least I can say, yes, I am a farmer when it comes to piglets. I've done it twice. So I will say that I've had healthy babies doing that. And I've never gotten up in the middle of the night, ever. So I think what I'm going to do, if she's pregnant, I have her due April 27th. So just to let you know, April the 27th is my birthday. So she's going to give me 15 piglets for my birthday to take care of. But I'm going to let them, hopefully she'll have them like last time where I will physically see her have them. Hopefully she won't go in the middle of the night. But I will let them nurse to get the colostrum from Shishi. And I probably will stay out there with her the entire day to make sure the piglets get colostrum for at least 24 hours. Y'all know I'll be spending the night in the barn. Y'all know I will. So hopefully she won't have them in the middle of the night. You know I'm screaming? But with her butt, she probably will. But anyway, so he's going to check her today. And I'll be able to get confirmation. But I'm hoping that a couple of local farms that are around Coleman that I know will go. I'll be glad to take 4 of them. Because there's no way I can do 10 or 15 piglets by myself. I mean, I might have some muscles, but they ain't that big. But you know what, I guess, you know, it's kind of like one of those things, if you have to, you have to. But my biggest fear is not finding homes for like 10 or 15 piglets. You know what I'm screaming? Like, good homes. So, y'all be thinking about me. It's my fault, I guess. But in a way, it's not my fault because I couldn't have boyfriend fixed to February. The vet said that he would not make it if I had him fixed during the warm days. I would have to get him fixed in January or February. And we chose, you know, January was when it had the ice and stuff. So we chose to do February to get boyfriend fixed. So He did the nasty before I got him fixed, so. Welcome to having a farm, right? This is why you got to fix all your animals. But officially everyone is fixed, but Dexter and my Crea, Hey Mickey's not fixed because he's too young to be fixed. Oh, and I haven't fixed any girls because I don't really need to, but I did fix my rabbits because rabbits are bad about getting uterine cancer and testicle cancer. And when you have your rabbits fixed, whether they're male or female, it reduces the risk of cancer by like a huge percentage. So when I found that out, I was like, oh, my rabbits are getting fixed. And plus, you know, I used to breed them, and I'm just going to tell you that we don't need no more babies in this world with animals because people don't treat them nicely. And half the time when I think I'm doing the right thing and I donate rabbits to homes, they come back to me. They come back to me. So I'm not breeding anymore. And you know, like some buccos say, oh, you're not a sanctuary because you're having babies. Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like it takes, let me speak for myself. Like I see on Lester's page, sometimes people say that to Lester too. And I'm going to speak for Judy, my farm. It took me, I started my farm in 2020. It took me 4 years to realize that I didn't need to be breeding pigs and I didn't need to be breeding rabbits and so forth. It took me figuring it out myself. But when people are screaming and hollering at you to say that you don't need to be breeding, you know, you're not a sanctuary and stuff like that. See, I have red hair, right? And with red hair, we're kind of defiant. And we're kind of a, you ain't telling me I need to figure it out myself kind of girl. And I needed to figure it out for myself. You get me? I mean, come on, I'm a human being. When people are jumping down my throat, I'm going to do the opposite and become president. I say that a lot. Like if somebody tells me, Judy, you can't be a farmer. I'm like, oh, watch me. I'll be a farmer and a content creator and I'll become president. Just watch me. So, I said Kayla's, I don't know if she's driving with my dad in the car, but I hope he's safe. But anyway, I needed to figure things out myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's important to figure out. I mean, even though it took me 4 years to figure out that breeding rabbits is not what I needed to be doing, I kind of had to figure that out myself. Look who came to visit. Hey, baby. Came to visit me. Can you imagine sitting and then all of a sudden this peacock just comes up beside you? It's pretty cool. I'm just saying. But yeah, Kayla's with Mr. Larry. But I saw she just deleted a message. I don't know if she's they may be sitting. She got to be back here in 40 minutes, so I know if she's driving. I pray for Kayla's safety. Anyway, it took me a minute to realize what I needed to do as a farm. And do I never want to have babies again? I feel like when it comes to cattle, you find good homes. And the reason is because a baby calf can be up to $2,000. I mean, they ain't cheap. So someone that's going to pay $2,000 for an animal, they're taking care of it. It's not some jackleg that just decided he wanted a cow one day. You know what I mean? It's somebody that has the proper fencing and is going to feed this animal and take care of this animal. And most of the time, if someone's going to pay, let's just say $2,000 for a calf, they're not going to slaughter it and put it on the table, right? Because they would be going backwards. So I don't mind breeding the calves because I know they'll go to a good home. That's me personally. The goats, I may have baby goats again one day. I don't know. I love having them. I love raising them. And goats are not cheap. They're about $400 for a registered goat. So a jackleg, I call them jacklegs. I know that's very judgmental. But people that just wake up one day and go, oh my gosh, that baby is so cute on Facebook, I want it. I do that. There's been times when I see, I don't know, a rabbit or a chicken. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that rabbits look like that. I am getting one. You know, it's like a rash decision. And like, you don't need people that make rash decisions to buy your animals. And a lot of times when a pig is $50 and you go, oh my gosh, I've always wanted a micro mini pig to live in the house. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing. Rabbits. Pigs get big. But see, people make rash decisions because pigs cost $50 to $100. So if I charged $300 for these pigs, let's just say, they'd probably go to good homes. They probably would. So being a nonprofit, I usually say, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example of me. I'm a nonprofit. Usually, like for example, if somebody wants some fertile eggs from me, I'm like, just make a donation. I'm a nonprofit. So then they make a donation, let's just say, of $20 for my eggs that normally cost $130. Okay? So if I say, just make a donation, and they donate $20 for my Polish eggs, those Polish chickens are show chickens, okay? I spent a lot of money on them. Well, when I say, oh, just make a donation, and they donate $20, well, this is what happens. They hatch them, and then they sell baby chicks for $15 a piece, and they profit off the eggs that I said just make a donation. What is wrong with this picture? Why do people do that? So I'll just tell you, I'm learning a lot about being a nonprofit. People will run over you. They will. So you have to be really, really careful when you say just make a donation, because people will run over you. It is really tacky for someone to get eggs from me when normally they cost $100 a dozen, let's just say, and you donate $20 to my farm, and then you sell the baby chicks for $15, $20 a piece. That's not nice. You don't do nonprofits that way. You don't. That's tacky. Anyway, y'all think she's pregnant? She is my pig. If you're just joining me and you don't know who I am, she is my pig. And yesterday when I was looking at her, I was like, oh yeah, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Diane, me too. I think she's pregnant. I'm gonna have to lock in my seatbelt. Diane, you gonna help me raise some piglets? I have a spare bedroom. Diane, you can come live with me. Help me take care of piglets. Look how, aren't they beautiful? It is. Especially when, you know, they know what my eggs are worth. I mean, people would pay $100 a dozen all day long for a show chicken. or show quality eggs. I had to do it. I had to pay $130 a dozen to get those eggs. Or maybe it was 100. Well, it was 100 plus shipping. So yeah, 130. So, you know, people, look who's coming. That's the baby. Can you believe how big she is? It is amazing. And here's proud mom and dad. They're breeding, so she should start laying again soon. And also, I'm so excited. My pheasant's going to start laying. I'm real excited about that. Yeah, look at her. Hang on. Look at her from the side. Let me try to keep my pup. Hey, baby girl. Her name is Emerald Jade. It's hard to believe that she's that big. Thank you, Debbie. I would take you up on helping. Isn't he pretty? I wanted to get another peacock just for a backup. But Brooke's like, Judy, they will kill each other. You cannot have two peacocks. I've always had two peacocks, and they've never fought. But she said it's because they weren't old enough to fight. She said when they hit about 2 years old, they will fight to death. So I haven't. I said, well, I guess I better not get another peacock. You know, the peacocks that I'm rescuing, we're rescuing them on March the 30th. And I don't know if I told y'all who's getting them, but the lady that got my two piglets, Generation Homestead, she's getting a pair. And she's a great person. She will be at Petals from the Past in April. And then Jacqueline and Zach from Head Family Farm, they're getting a pair. And D Chapel, which is another farm, she breeds, she shows chickens, and she also shows rabbits, and she's going to get a pair. And Zoe and Nick are getting a hen. And my friend Ashton, that has a farm, she's getting the peacock. So they're going to good homes. So I'm glad. The man that owned the peacocks passed away. And being a rescue, I can't rescue peacocks. I can't rescue because I don't have an enclosure yet. If I had an enclosure, I could rescue them. But I've tried to rescue before, and they leave my farm because they free range. And so I can't do that. But once I get an enclosure, you know, I could possibly rescue. But if you think about what Brooke said, the boys will kill themselves. Well, I sure can't rescue another male and put him in with this beauty, you know? So it's just hard. I would rather rescue and find a home for them and not bring them to my farm because it puts my farm at risk, to be honest. Especially when it comes to poultry, because I told you guys this morning, when you have poultry, they can carry diseases, and it can be detrimental to your animals. So it's not good for me to rescue poultry. Isn't he beautiful? Look at that. Is that not amazing? Ah. Look, babies right there. They're so beautiful. See, I have to say that I enjoy my peacocks free ranging. Like coming out here and sitting, and they're just right there. I enjoy that. But you have to worry about neighborhood dogs and stuff. I wish I lived in the country where no one was around me. Like I was just me and Shane and Larry in the middle of the country. Like nobody was around us for miles away. So I didn't have to worry about all that. But I do. All right, guys. It is 5 till 12, and Larry's nurse will be here in just a minute. So I am going to have to go in and talk to her about his care. And then my vet will be here. And I'll keep you updated. I have to tell you something. I did say that if Dee Dee had her baby, I wasn't going to tell y'all. I was just going to surprise y'all with a video. But I can't do that. You know how I am. Y'all be the first to know. Listen, I know y'all care as much as I do, so I'm not going to make you wait. And hopefully y'all get it live. Would that not be awesome if I got her birth live like I did Cinco? I feel like that's our anniversary day, personally, because that was the day that I was really understood YouTube. So I feel like it's kind of our anniversary. Like we need to go through this together again. Would that not be awesome? But I feel like y'all would be more tender. Last time people were yelling at me, "You're shaking your arm." I'm like, dude, I've been sitting out here for like 3 hours holding my phone. What do you expect? But anyway, I love y'all. I really do. And I appreciate you guys just supporting me and my farm and caring about my animals. I will, listen, I'm doing a video of the vet coming here. But I promise you, if I catch it live, you're going to be the first to know. And I promise not to hold it from you. I'll tell you as soon as she has her baby. Bye, y'all. See you next time.